Hello, everyone. In this session today, we are going to learn about an isometric drawing tool for teaching learning of mathematics. Mathematics is a beautiful subject which is full of incredible creativity. When we learn mathematics at primary level, the focus is on development of concepts. And gradually, when the children they enter into middle school, they use the knowledge which they have gained in the primary classes and build up a new set of knowledge. Hello everyone, I am Rashmi Kathuria, a mathematics teacher teaching in Kulachi Hansraj Model School, and today I am here to share about an interactive drawing tool which can be used by mathematics teacher while teaching in an online environment. Dear friends, in teaching learning of mathematics, observation plays a key role. When we observe something, it helps our mind to imagine and create a set of visualization, and by the help of which we are able to do a self exploration and then analyze, evaluate, and finally are able to create a new set of knowledge. So, here today we are going to explore an online tool which is called Illumination Drawing Tool for doing self exploration, and it will help us realize the importance of observation, imagination, visualization, and doing self analysis, and finally creating something new. It is often heard that I hear and I forget, I see and I remember, and when I do, I understand. And in mathematics, this quotation is quite suitable. So, here we are going to learn about isometric drawings, why we have named the isometric drawings. So, basically, when we have to draw three-dimensional shapes on a two-dimensional paper, we use a different kind of paper which is called isometric dot paper. When we learn mathematics and when we teach mathematics, we use variety of papers. When the children they start learning, they use squared boxes for understanding numeracy and various math operations. And when they start learning about construction and drawing, we switch over to plain papers and use various geometrical instruments. And then gradually we use graph papers, we use squared dot papers. And there are certain specific kind of paper which is called isometric dot paper, which is used for drawing of three-dimensional shapes on a paper. So here you can see on the screen isometric paper. The word isometric means equal measure. And here you will see that how this paper has been constructed. Here the x and the z axis are inclined to the horizontal plane at an angle of 30 degrees. So this is how this paper has been constructed. And when you see the parallel lines, the vertical parallel lines and the diagonal parallel lines, the points where they are meeting, and when we join them, we see equilateral triangles. And when we put dot on those particular points, we get isometric dot paper. So clearly now you can visualize the difference between two different kinds of papers. On the left, we have square dot paper. Now see how the square dot paper has been formed. The dots have been placed horizontally and vertically, and they are perpendicular to each other. And when we join four dots which are placed and it is there to make a square. And there on the right side you see isometric dot paper. Here when we join the three dots in one row we take one dot, and in the second row we take continuous two dots, and when we join them we get an equilateral triangle. So my dear friends, on the screen you can see how we draw cuboids on an isometric dot paper. See the way in which the cuboid is visible. On the left side you see a cuboid whose dimension is, you can measure the dimension. For the length it is, you can measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, and breadth is 2 units and height is 2 units. So it is 5 by 2 by 2. On the right side, if you see that vertical cuboid which is there on the top right side, the dimension of this cube is 3 into 2 into, now you can count the height by counting the spaces between the dots, 1 unit, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the height is 5 units. So the total dimension is 3 by 2 by 5 units. Similarly, for the third cuboid, you can find the dimension. Now, first of all, we have to understand the difference between the oblique sketch and the isometric sketch. You have seen that squared dot paper. So here it is a squared grid paper on which an oblique sketch of three cubes which are joined adjacent to each other has been drawn. And see, when we draw this sketch on an isometric paper, the visual is entirely different. So this is how we see the different kinds of representations of the same objects in the form of an oblique sketch on a squared grid paper, and in the form of an isometric sketch on an isometric sketch, this dot paper. So this is the link for visiting that drawing tool. We will be exploring it live in some time. So when you visit this website, the nctm.org, here you will find that illumination drawing tool. You can search this on Google, the isometric drawing tool, and it is quite useful for teachers of teaching grade 3 to 5, or teachers who are teaching middle school and even grade 9 and 10. And we can do lots and lots of exploratory things using that tool while teaching in an online environment. My dear friends, here you can see this is the simple layout of that tool. The screen, on the right side there is a drawing area where the isometric dot paper is inbuilt, and you can see the orientation, the x, y and z axis are marked. And on the left side there are two sections. One is the create and second is the inspect. So in the create section there are create a cube tool, then face tools are there, line segment tools are there, then paint tool is available, and then rotate tool is also available, which gives us a lot of flexibility to a teacher as well as a student for self exploration. So what we can do in this isometric drawing tool? Number one, we can use this interactive tool for creating dynamic drawings, as the isometric dot paper is available to us. Number two, we can draw figures using the edges. The line tool is available. We can draw figures using the faces. You can see that x-axis, y-axis and z-axis faces are available, and we can place them, join them and construct cubes and cuboids of varied dimensions. And then you can use shift, rotate, color, decompose and view the particular objects which we are creating by joining the unit cubes in 2 dimension or 3 dimension. My dear friends, please note that this interactive tool is optimized for the desktop and tablet. Now see here, on the screen you can see on a red, just observe the red arrow. It is showing the create cube tool, and when you click on create cube tool, it gives you a choice of choosing the color, and you can choose the color and place it on the isometric drawing area, and the cube can be constructed easily. Now you can see there is a paint tool and there is a rotate tool, which gives us a flexibility of coloring the faces of the cube which we have taken. And using the rotate tool, we can rotate the cube and then color the different faces. As there are 6 faces, so we can choose different colors for coloring the different faces of the given particular cube. Now, interestingly, there is a create line tool, and by the help of this create line tool, we can draw the isometric drawings of cubes and cuboid. As you can see on the screen, currently an isometric drawing of a cube is shown. Another option which is available in this particular tool is that we can join the cubes adjacent to each other and create a creative discussion in the classroom and ask the children about what do they see on the screen. So like you see that at present we have placed 2 cubes in different orientations. 2 cubes which are colored in green, they are placed one above the other, and you can ask that what is the dimension of the new shape which is formed. First of all, they can tell like which new shape is formed when we join 2 cubes adjacent to each other. Is it still a cube, or if it is some other shape, then what is the name of that shape, and what will be the dimension of the shape which has obtained. Similarly, you see, if you place the cubes adjacent to each other horizontally, now you see in the orange color we have placed the 2 cubes in a different way. So the children can observe, think, and tell the name of the shape which is obtained, and you can have a discussion on what is the surface area of the new shape which is obtained, what will be the volume of new shape which is obtained, as we are having unit cubes over there. You know that what is a unit cube? It is a cube which has the same dimension. So here n numbers of unit cubes can be created and can be used for creating different shapes, different objects by joining them. My dear friends, here I am trying to share with you 2 different ways of a normal traditional classroom, like how we teach. Like in class 7, there is a question like 2 cubes. They are of side 4 centimeter each, and they are joined together. So we have to find the surface area of the resultant shape which is obtained. That is a cuboid. See how we normally do in a math classroom. In a math classroom, when we normally see this particular thing, then we talk about, we draw that particular shape, and then we talk about what is given, and we try to draw this. Let me play this video.
Okay, dear students, let us do this question. 2 cubes of side 4 centimeter are fixed together. Find the total surface area of the new solid form. So let me make a rough picture.
See here, the possibility is of making a rough picture so that the children are able to imagine this.
So tell me one thing, if I join 2 cubes together,
So this is the
which new
possibility
shape is
when
obtained.
we draw on a piece of paper. Now see, when we use the tool,
Dear students, today we will explore the different shapes which are obtained by joining the unit cubes. You know what is a unit cube? It is a cube of having one fixed dimension, that is one fixed side of the length of the side. So let me take two unit cubes. See, I have joined them vertically one above the other. Can you tell me which new shape is obtained?
so here you can see
Yes.
that unit cubes have been taken up, and the child is able to imagine that how they are placed one above the other, then which new shape is formed, and then the students can also do the same by just visiting that link and explore. Teacher can assign some activity and question to the children for self exploration. Now another thing which is possible is like playing with the unit cubes. The teacher can create certain shapes and ask the children to observe it and see what kinds of questions can be asked. Like here on the screen, you can see one cuboid has been made, and a simple question can be framed: how many unit cubes are required to make a cuboid of size 2 into 3 into 2? At present, the cuboid which is there has the dimension 1 into 3 into 2. So, in the mind, the child is thinking, because the tool is available, there are lots of possibilities. Like you can take the unit cubes which are available, create a cuboid of size 2 into 3 into 2, and then compare and then answer. Another thing which is possible is like there is a topic in mathematics, finding the volume of a shape which has been created by joining unit cubes. So here you can see that a cuboid has been obtained. So we can simply see the length, breadth and height and use the formula for volume of the cuboid as length into breadth into height and give the answer in cubic units. Interestingly, in this particular tool, there is a section which is called inspect. So whenever whatever shape has been created by joining the unit cubes, in the inspect section, there is an option of seeing the 2D view. That is the front view, the top view, and the right view of the object which has been chosen. So here you can see on the screen, a cuboid has been created, and by the help of the paint color, the top has been painted by yellow color, front side has been painted by blue color, by this brown color, and the right side has been painted by blue color. So here you can see that when we inspect this particular object, it gives us the clear picture of how the object will be visible from the front, from the right side, and from the top. And this is a great tool for creating an insight about different views of an object. And the teacher can add on the unit cubes and create different objects, and using the inspect tool, the front view, the right view and the top view can be observed. So here I have shared some of the teaching ideas which can be used in a math classroom by using this isometric drawing tool. Number 1, in a synchronous mode, when we are teaching face to face, while in an online environment also, we can have a creative discussion with the children. Children can also create three-dimensional shapes and share their work with the teachers. The teachers can create worksheets on counting the unit cubes and missing unit cubes and different views of an object. I will demonstrate it how we can do this. And we can use the snapshots for assessment, creating assessment in the Google form. So this resource, this particular tool has been offered to teachers by NCTM, and it is committed to offering standard based resources that improve the teaching and learning of mathematics for each and every student. My dear friends, please note that these applications may not be optimized for mobile devices, and you may require modified browser settings for the download of plugins. So let us see, when we go to nctm.org, then you find a section called Classroom Resources, and there in this you find illuminations and more online resources, similar kind of resources for taking an exploration in the online environment for teaching learning of mathematics. So now in this section, I will be doing the live demonstration. So let us explore isometric drawing tool. So on Google, I'm writing isometric drawing tool. And you see that this is coming, the website www.nctm.org. Click on this and it will take us to the website where this tool is available for exploration. So we will do some experiments today. So here I mentioned to you about the Create Cube tool. So let us make use of this tool. So when you click on Create Cube tool, it gives you an option of selecting the colors. So let us choose a color. Let me choose this blue color. So at present, you can see a cube is available. And here it is the paint tool, which can be used for coloring the faces of this particular cube. So I'm coloring one face as light blue, and let us color the other face as pink. And here it is the rotate tool, and you can rotate the cube, and by rotating you can see the other faces, and go back to the paint and color the other faces and have interaction with the children, like how many faces are there, write the colors. You see 3 colors are available over here. And when we use the rotate, so one is green color, yellow color, blue color, rotate it. You see pink color, light blue color, gray color. So there are 6 faces in the particular cube. So let us do now another exploration. By joining 2 cubes adjacent to each other. See, this is one cube and this is another cube. We get a cuboid. So what is the dimension of this cuboid? Yes, it is 1 into 2 into 1. So you can ask different questions. We can place the cuboids one above the other also and get a shape. You can ask, what is the new shape? The new shape is again a cuboid. What is the dimension? 1 into 1 into 4. So interestingly, you can ask the children to make cuboids of different dimensions by joining the unit cubes and create a worksheet for the children. So let us see how we can create a worksheet. So I am now going to the Google Drive, and in the Google Drive we can create a Google document. Click on New, and then go to the Google document. See how easy it is to create a worksheet also. So this is on creating creating cubes and cuboids by joining unit cubes. And you can demonstrate one example to the children. So let us write down first question. Draw a cuboid of dimension 3 into 2 into 1. So let us do it. So this is isometric drawing tool, 3 into 2 into 1. Choose the color. So what is the dimension? 3 into 2 into 1. So give this example to them. You can take a screenshot. See, copy the screenshot and give this as an example to the children. So give them another question. Draw a cuboid of dimension 4 into 3 into 2. And they can share the work with you. You can share this Google document in your LMS, whatever you are using. Like here we are using Google Classrooms. So coming back, so one activity is creation of cubes and cuboids by joining unit cube. Now let us do another activity. Say for example, we have created this shape and we can create a worksheet on counting the number of unit cubes. So shape is here with you. Take a screenshot and then place it, copy this and place it in the Google document. So this is another. So third thing is count the number of unit cubes. So count the number in unit cubes and paste this particular diagram. Otherwise, see how difficult it is to make this. And with the help of tool, we can create such diagrams so easily. And it is so simple to create the worksheet also. Now see what else we can do. Coming back to the tool. Now we can ask a question like, say for example, let me add some more unit cubes. How many unit cubes are required to make a cube of size 3 units? Again, you can post this as a question in the document. How many unit cubes are required? How many unit cubes are required for making a cube of side 3 units. So you can write here in the following figure, in the following shape, how many unit cubes are required for making a cube of side 3 centimeter. Now see the beauty of this tool. You can have a creative discussion. Like, how will you come to the answer? Some children may use the strategy by counting the number of unit cubes in the different layers. Say, for example, here in the first layer, we have 9 unit cubes. In the second layer, we have 2 unit cubes. So 9 plus 2, 11. In the third layer, we have 1 unit cube. So 9 plus 2 plus 1. 11 plus 1, 12 unit cubes are there. And we know that if we have to get a cube of side 3 units, we should have 27 unit cubes. So already we have 12. So children can come to the answer 27 minus 12. Some children would like to explore it on their own by actually placing, and you can also demonstrate this in front of the children. See how we are doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. See how simple it is to demonstrate by just selecting the tool and placing it in the isometric drawing area. So this is one activity which I have shared with you, which can be taken up in an online environment. So let us now do another activity which can be done effectively using this isometric drawing tool. Another idea is, as you can see that here we have the create line tool. So we can choose the color again and we can draw the different sketches of cubes and cuboids of given dimension. So let me make one. So you see that here I'm using these dots and the line segments. So 1, 2, 3. So 3 units. Now here 1, 2, 3. 3 units. Now start from this place. 1, 2, 3. This is the height. Again start from here. 1, 2, 3. Now start from this point. 1, 2, and then 3. And then complete the cube. So this is isometric sketch of a cube whose side is 3 units. See how simple it is to draw. See, this is extra. We can remove it. Here we have the eraser. Fine. So you can ask the children to draw the isometric sketch of a cube or a cuboid of given dimension, and they can practice drawing the isometric sketches on this particular area. And as I've shared with you that you can take the screenshot, even the children can take the screenshot of their work and share with you the way they are sharing in an online environment. Now I'm going to share with you another thing which you can do using isometric drawing tool. I talked about the inspect tool. This is really, really very interesting because visualizing an object from different perspective, how the object is appearing from the front, how the object will be visible from the right side and on the from the top side. So at the initial stages, we can create the insight about different views of an object by using unit cubes. So let me draw a simple object over here. And using this paint tool, we can color the top surfaces, the top. So there is a purpose. I will share with you why I've done this. And then you can color the right face. And then see, when I click on inspect, then there is a 2D view option. See here, this is the right view. From the right, these three pink squared boxes will be visible. See, this is the right view. And from the front, if you see, the two brown boxes will be visible. This is the front. And from the top, the six yellow squares will be visible. Now you can ask children to create different shapes of their own choice. Like, say for example, I'm placing more unit cubes here. Let us explore this. Interestingly, you see how it will appear. I have now taken three second layer on which three cubes have been placed, and the color is orange, and then the remaining three are yellow. And here on the right, three pink squares are visible and one orange. And on the left side, let me use another color here. See here, this is two blue, and on the second layer it is orange here and orange here. Let us inspect this, then only you will be able to visualize it. When the children, they compare two or three objects by visualizing the top, front, and right view, it creates an impact in their mind. They are able to create a sense of how the objects will appear from the top. Now you see here, we have placed on the top the three orange colored boxes, and the three yellow colored top boxes are there on the first layer. So how it will be visible from the top, and see how it will be visible from the front. From the front, four squares will be visible, two orange and two blue. See how it will be visible. And from the right, see how it will be visible. So this is how the students can now create different objects, and by choosing different colors, and they can use the rotate tool and see the different views also. See how easy it is to visualize the different faces by using this rotate tool. Okay, now I'm coming to the last part. Here you see that we are available with the three different create X face, create Y face, and create Z face. So we can make use of these faces also and create the objects. By using these faces, we can create the objects. Okay. And explore the different shapes which can be made by joining these particular faces. And you can use colors also for coloring the faces. Say you can ask the children, okay, make a cube by using these faces. So they know that in a cube there are 6 faces. So it depends on them how they are able to, how they want to create that particular cube. I hope you will be using this particular tool in your math classroom in your way, because at the end it is a teacher who is using the things as per the needs of the learner, and there are variety of learners in the classroom, and we have to create resources for the children as per the needs. So thank you very much for paying attention, and I wish good luck to all of you. Use this tool. You can write to me on my email rashmikathuria2013 @gmail.com. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.